What's going on, boys and girls? Hey, where the heck is my face light? One, two, bam. There we go. Welcome to the episode today, guys. We are going to talk about superhero scents. And so we've got some characters and some fragrances to show you. I'm joined by the bro. But before we introduce him and the topic and all the details of this episode, strap up. We're going for that ride.
Okay, dinner for two. I watch that head move side to side as I let the scene into the room. You are on top, let's connect minds. Trying to get into a mood. We gon' be fine. Close up the blinds, no rush. Finish the food.
All right, welcome to the scent bubble. Real quick, we are going to do superhero scents, and I got my co-host right below me here on the screen. Introduce yourself to the people, please.
Man, you know it's kicks. You already know. We about to get into this. No waits, no breaks, all gas. Let's go.
All right, guys. So there are no rules to how we did this. Neither of us know each other's picks at all. So when we pick our superhero scents, we don't know like from what standpoint. Maybe it's the ensemble, the outfit of the superhero. Maybe it's the personality. Maybe it's the aesthetic of the superhero or the show they come from. We don't know what angle we're going to take. So each of our selections will be a surprise to both of us. And I have a surprise at the very end that Kix is unaware of. This is my boy Kix Griffey. We're always doing it for the people and for the journey.
Right.
And to be authentic and to be creative and to take this thing as far as it can go, because FragCom can get real boring. But you know what? This ain't an episode about that. Let's get on to these superheroes. So we're on the side of the screen here, and we're going to go back and forth for 3 rounds. And let's start off with, and you can't see my screen, but the first pick that we're going to go with is the one that you don't want to do first, I'm sure. And that's your boy, Mr. Bruce Wayne. So, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Go first. I can go first.
Okay, please, talk to the people.
Okay, then. So here we go, y'all. We supposed to pick one fragrance, right? But because he said Bruce Wayne, that is very complex. We just can't say Bruce Wayne, right? Because he's the alter ego. So for Bruce Wayne, we can't just say Bruce Wayne. Let's go with this. It has to be Batman. With Batman, it has to be, because you can't have Bruce Wayne. Batman, it's going to be Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme Extreme. What you get with this is fresh, spicy, woody, aromatic, warm, spicy, leather, musky, amber, smoky, oud, powdery. This fragrance is very dark. It's very, very dark. It comes with pretty much James Dean, I will slap you, take your girl, and then kiss her right in front of you.
Oh.
This is Batman. This is Batman.
Dang. Let me go get the strap real quick.
This is Batman. This is strictly Batman. You got black pepper, cardamom, rosemary, basil, apple. Mid notes is birch, oud, cashmere, fir. The base notes is olibanum, musk, patchouli, leather, vetiver. What you get when you first smell this is this dark, woody, just darkness. When it gets to the dry down, it's smoke. But that woodiness, that oud, that darkness never leaves. It's in the shadows. This is why this is Batman. So, Signature Pour Homme Extreme. Now, when it comes down to Bruce Wayne, there's layers to this ish. We're going to go with Dunhill, Egyptian Smoke. Why?
Nice.
This is very smooth, but very mysterious. You don't know which way you want to go. With Egyptian Smoke, real quickly, for people that don't want to do their Googles, I'll help you. It's woody. It has rose, sweet, vanilla, tobacco, cacao, warm, spicy, green, fresh and spicy. When you get this, believe me, it is just this mysterious smoke. It has black tea, ginger, pink pepper up top, In the mid, it has grassy rose, a different type of rose.
I never
This
heard
is
of
not
that.
your grandma. Grassy rose. Grassy rose is a nice, smoother type of rose. It's not so garden. You got tobacco, cacao, and papyrus in the middle. The end, you got this nice smoke. The Palo Santo is what gives that smoke. Vanilla, tonka bean, and patchouli. This is Bruce Wayne,
Mm.
playboy billionaire. Hey, he comes in the room, you smell him, this matches his aura, this works. But last but not least,
There's
I
a
have
last but not least. You're a
last but not least.
savage, Kicks.
No,
Three.
listen, hear
You're gonna
me,
go
hear
three
me,
for three on
hear me
round
out.
one.
Hear me.
Oh my god.
I have them watch Decision 10 ml, but for bottle's sake, so you guys have a visual. Here we go. This is Dua's brand version of Homage. It is Decisions, but it's called The Verdict. This is his logic, the way he thinks, the way he speaks. He has to make hard decisions. This fragrance embodies that. Amber, aromatic, fresh, spicy, warm, spicy, woody, balsamic, vanilla, citrus. All right. This fragrance is a nice, spicy citrus fragrance. Cardamom, bergamot, pink pepper, mid is frankincense, juniper berry, myrrh. Okay. Base notes is vanilla, cedar with patchouli. This is his final verdict. This is the decisions that he got to make every day between killing somebody or being a hero, between fighting his battles or being the billionaire and keeping his identity safe. Do it,
Dang.
buddy. The verdict.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I will not top that lineup, and nor will I go get two additional fragrances
I
because
didn't ask for
your
you.
wife
I
would
didn't
kill
ask
me
you.
if I make us go 48 rounds for 48. So I'm gonna take the L. I'm gonna bow gracefully.
No, it's not that. It's
And
not
listen,
that.
guys, for those of y'all who don't know, you should, because Kix has the superheroes and the villains right behind him. As you can see, Batman's in the corner. So I'm going to let him get his rocks off. I'm going to do a graceful bow, and I'm going to say it like this. When I picked my fragrance, I thought vintage Bruce Wayne at the ballroom or at the town hall. The figure is, you get a sense of complete confidence that doesn't need to boast. He's a smooth criminal. You walk up to him, you know what he's capable of, but you don't know what side of him you're going to get. And so he's a man of many faces, but when he's in that dark suit and tie, you just get a sense of he's a guy who's respected. He's a powerful man. He's a mysterious man. And so he shouldn't smell like anything you would familiarize yourself with. This is outer worldly. So for me, with that in the vintage tint, I'm taking it back to Azzaro pour Homme. This to me would be a vintage 80s, 90s Batman Bruce Wayne at the ballroom. And let me tell you why. This is classified as an aromatic fougere. Came out in 78, so let's just call it the 80s. And this to me, it's so interesting. There's mysterious allure with this aromatic fougere. I'll read you. It's got a rosea amount of notes. Lavender, lemon, caraway, basil, bergamot, clary sage, star anise, vetiver, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, juniper, cardamom, oak moss, leather, amber, musk, tonka. And let me tell you, it smells like that kind of gumbo in this kind of fused aromatic, slightly mysterious, slightly earthy, slightly cold. The only thing that is appetizing by this aromatic fougere is that there's slight familiarity. Like sometimes you get some lemon, sometimes you get some sweet green leaf, sometimes you get this lavender. It's got a lot of lavender in it. So it's somewhat familiar, but because it's a gumbo of aromatics, it's almost like this reminds me of The Cave, right? You drive the Batmobile in The Cave. He's outside the city and he is just in a different place. And so this would smell not outer worldly, but out of the city, complete pristine nature that is like not Mother Nature, Father Nature. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this just evokes, class, sophistication, mystery, power, prestige, all in a vintage tint that you would respect this man if he walked up to you. You would not take him for a joke. And I just absolutely love it. To me, again, this is Bruce at the ballroom. He has to be there. He has to make it look like he's not who he is. But everybody knows, what he's capable of and what he represents. So that for me, Azzaro Pour Homme, absolutely timeless. Love it in my Fougere collection. And I think if you put that on, just picture a vintage Bruce Wayne or a vintage, James Bond or something, just cold-blooded killer behind a crooked smile. And you got yourself that fragrance and you'll enjoy that vibe. All right. So you have any comments on that before I move around to?
No, I think that's awesome when you talked about vintage. That's bringing it back. That would be something that he would wear, I believe. So that was a good pick.
I think Bruce would have a crazy collection of Fougeres. And
Yeah.
there was a couple I was going to go with. I want to save that for a future episode. But there was a couple that I knew if I said, you would have gave me the, ooh, you know what I'm saying? but I wanted to save those. So next up, we're going to move on to Aquaman.
Oh, we're gonna do Aquaman.
We're gonna do Aquaman, man. Break us off.
Right.
What you got for us?
All right, then. Listen. When I thought of Aquaman, I thought of marine. I thought about water. I thought about freshness, that sea salt. I really thought about Aquaman, and he's not a flashy dude. He's this Aquaman. Jason Momoa, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see him in Nautica Voyage. I asked my wife, I said, look, does this smell like sea to you? Does this smell like water? She said, yeah. I said, like a good sail, right? She said, yeah. Green leaves, apple up top, lotus, mimosa in the mid, base, musk, cedar, oak moss, amber. When I smell this, it just smells like the sea. It smells like water. It smells like you're on a beach. And you feel that, you smell that water. You hear seagulls and stuff. I would
you hearing seagulls?
You ever hear seagulls? I would think Aquaman will wear Nautica Voyage. But let's just say he's out and he don't want to smell like seaweed and the seawater, but it would still be water. Guess what? Let's make it a little bit more modern. Rare reef. It's still rare reef. It has that fresh, it seems like water-like smell, man. I mean, it hits. What? For the people that don't want to know, look, orange, citrus, mint, grapefruit, black currant, coriander up top, and then you got the apricot, violet leaf, rose, basil, fig, amber red, amberwood, dates. But this smells like it would be water-like to me. Pacific Chill version smells like water to me. It smells like Cali. It smells like Cali time. Good time, beach time, let's have fun time. And I think that he would wear this. He would definitely wear this, and he would swing his hair and get all the broads. Real reef. They have no problem with it, right? Yeah. So those are my picks for Mr. Aquaman.
Okay. For me, this is bougie Aquaman. This is if Aquaman came to your school, this is what you'd hope he'd smell like. He's doing it. He's doing a Disney appearance, or this is animated cartoon 2025 Aquaman. He would bust in. He would bust out with Blue Talisman.
What? You know what? I was gonna pull Blue Talisman. I didn't pull Blue Talisman for a reason. I didn't pull it for a reason, and I was gonna pick that one. I'm letting you people know I was gonna pick that one. Thank God I did.
You know what I thought you were gonna pick? Mephisto.
No, I was gonna pick Blue Talisman.
Yeah. So Blue Talisman is fancy, fun, bougie, casual. This is the animated, colorful Aquaman blasting out of the water in full cartoon fashion in the bougiest way possible. This doesn't really encompass kind of the bravado of the hero. You know what I'm saying? This is more of almost as if you were looking at Aquaman like a costume. You know what I'm saying? This is the smell that evokes from just the costume and aesthetic nature. Almost if you had to make an art piece based off of Aquaman, that type of vibe. But it's not photo real to it. It's the surrealist view of Aquaman. If he was to just pop out of the screen, you know, like you were reading a comic book and Aquaman just jumped out of it. If he smelled like blue talisman, you would just be like, "Oh my gosh, Aquaman's here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fun, it's playful, it's citrus, the infamous pear note in there that people talk about. But you know, it's somewhat soft too. Like it's not a boombastic scent. It's got this very ninja like sillage to it. Some people even go nose blind to it. It dropped in 2023, and some of the notes to it is pear, bergamot, orange, ginger, orange blossom, Georgie wood, musk, ambro fix, akagala wood, and cedar. It's mostly a citrus and pear balm with tons of white florals, a little bit of this blue tint to it. It's not even truthfully water-like. I would say it's the breeze that washes over the water and runs into the orchard. You know, that's the kind of feel I get from it. But just a fun scent. I think of this would be what the comic book Aquaman would pop out and smell like in a very bougie way. And yeah, so that's my pick, bro.
I'm glad I didn't pick it. Y'all, I swear to God I was gonna pick it. I showed my wife and I was gonna pick it. I said no. I said for some odd reason something's telling me not to pick it. Let me go ahead and pick something else. So I'm glad I didn't.
Oh,
Our next person is who?
our next person is Wolverine.
Whoa, oh, so
I can't wait to see your pick for this.
hey, listen, I picked something that embodies Wolverine. This is something that a lot of people wouldn't know if they're not into niche, if they're not into independent niche, but if you have smelt this, this would align with you. The fragrance I picked for him is static olfactive Into the Wild.
Wow. Wow.
This fragrance embodies just the earthy green. It's like he's a beast. We know Wolverine, he's a savage. So I see Wolverine almost like caveman in the forest. That's what this depicts for me. And I can see Wolverine wearing this. Black spruce, cypress, ozonic notes, and smoke. Mid notes is green, fern, violet leaf, gallivanum, and honeysuckle. But the base notes is Indian patchouli, cedar, Texas cedar, castoreum, civet, oak moss, oud. This is Wolverine.
Yeah, you
Berserker
tapped into the carnal primal nature of Wolverine.
That's what I was just about to say.
That's exactly what I did as well. So I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. So you guys, this definitely depicts a version of Wolverine being in that forest, going straight berserker claw. He's a guy that he's a earthy guy. You see him if you've seen him in the cartoons. He has on his lumberjack shirt. Right,
he's an untamed savage.
Right. So why not the beast wear a beastly fragrance that embodies where he's at in his peace and serenity in the woods? Not a Neanderthal, not a caveman, but a man that is in tune with the earth. Static olfactive Into the Wild.
Perfect pick, perfect name. I'm all for that selection. For me, it really comes down to that same beast-like, animalic, primal instinct. We know this man for being a rager. You piss him off, boom, superhero activated. Anywhere where you getting him pissed off, the claws come out, it's a wrap. And you
Berserker
better give him
Claw.
30 minutes after he creates his havoc, because he's got a cooldown time too, like no other. So I went old school with an Oriental spicy fougere, and I went old school into Aramis from 1994. So this is the mid 90s, and I went with Aramis's Havana.
Okay, okay. I was glad you went with a Fougere because that's exactly what I see him wearing. That's
Yeah.
good.
And
That's
and
good.
this to me, similar to Into the Wild, you smell it, you're immediately transported into the outdoors, maybe a log cabin out in the
Kevin.
woods. It has such a class to it, though. It's really interesting. When you mess with Orientals, you're playing with spices, but you're also oftentimes playing with floral or vanillic or spiced sweetness, even nutmeg and things like that. This doesn't have nutmeg, but it's a lot of greens and a lot of floral sweetness that comes over it. Mandarin orange, artemisia, basil, caraway, tobacco. It's a heavy tobacco scent, but the tobacco is different. Aramis treated their tobaccos way different than you get them now. They're ashy tobaccos in the smoothest way possible. It's combined with cinnamon, which I think is what allows that. Fir, the fern, carnation, oak moss, patchouli, vetiver, and sandalwood. This is a green, spicy tobacco scent, but it's surprisingly smooth. It has somewhat of a green, soapy quality to it, like a original vetiver from Creed type of tint to it. But even better than that, like this feels the old school to this. It's like pristine old school. It's like taking an old painting but putting a glossy, brand new 2025 resin finish on an old painting, so it gives it a modern kind of timeless pop to it. And that little bit of sweetness from basil, orange, cinnamon, and carnation just add this cool, almost nutmeggy type of finish over these green notes and the tobacco. And just it's edgy, it's smooth, but it's edgy. Don't play with this guy, because he's moving and grooving. This doesn't really capture the rage of Wolverine, but this is Wolverine before he finds out there's danger and you piss him off. He's just chopping down some trees out in the forest, and he's about to turn all the way up. And this scent, as you're, and I mention that because as you're either perspirating or pulsating or exfoliating, as your body starts to heat up, a fragrance like this just does wonders in spring, summer, and it's an awesome scent. Definitely a classic in my collection. So yeah, that's my number 3. But Kicks, before we sign off, we got to hit people with a bonus round. That's why people listen to us, because we're full of surprises and fun times. So with that being said, I want to hit you with one that I'm gonna go first on while you go get your pick. But our last superhero is going to be Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Oh, you dirty dog, you. You gonna do this? Okay, then. Hey, just give me a hot second. Give me a hot second. Give me 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And when Kix did that to his camera, you are now meeting my twin brother who's working the camera. No, I'm just kidding, guys. This is what Kix sees on his end from my web. This is my webcam screen below. That is hilarious. That might be a first on this video where I've actually gotten dual screened, but I guess you guys can enjoy 2 of me. This is what I look like. See, my DSLR camera requires so much light that this is what I actually look like, the guy below.
Wow. Damn.
Hey, Kix, wait till you watch this video back.
Damn. Oh, man. He did it, y'all. He did it. He knew what he was doing, too. Luckily, I ended up breaking one of my things, but that's okay. That's okay. I got the one for Green Lantern.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
a
go. I'm
perfect
gonna go first for this one, and I'm gonna hit you with
All right.
something that's gonna make you happy, man. From the house of Essential Harmony, Green Lantern would pop out wearing Quantum.
Wow. Nice.
Quantum is what Green Lantern should be wearing. Now, I believe I did a review of this, and I said that this fragrance goes toe to toe with my favorite cannabis fragrance from Born to Stand Out called Mary Jane. I think this fragrance is better, and I would love to see it worked on a little bit more to increase the punch power of the backbone of this fragrance, because I feel like the top and heart are just absolute money. This is a cannabis scent that is just so good, guys. A fruity, tarty, bright burst of such a favorable cannabis. No gas, no resin, none of that. Just bright, sticky green feel with a beautiful smoothness of fruits and citrus, I believe. And this is just awesome. Like, he pops out of the comic book and you're just going to get this burst of slight cannabis heart, full-fledged citrus burst, and almost this green sheen finish on it. But I absolutely love this fragrance, and I think this is the best performer out of all of them that I tried. But man, just as a scent profile alone, this deserves a lot of respect, because it's just anybody who doesn't like cannabis or would never even think to want to play with a cannabis fragrance, this right here will get you like, oh shoot, like this is a surrealist take on cannabis that's just very modern, very ageless, and very fun. You know, it's like when you smell Kajal Lamar and you get that just rich, luxurious blast. And there's a lot of rose in that fragrance, but just the fruit feel of it is very boombastic. This has that kind of just wow factor of like, oh my gosh, rich, fruity blast. And yet there's like greenness to it with the cannabis, and it's brought down to earth a little bit, but it just punches. You know, there's nothing better than a fragrance that just screams out of the can in a very favorable way. So anyway, Quantum is my pick for my Green Lantern, and let's pass the mic. Kix, what you got for us?
Yeah. Man, my God. Here we go. Spur of the moment when he said Green Lantern, there's only one that came to mind, and I ran straight to it. Ended up breaking one of my cases to my other ones, but that's fine. That's fine. It's for the love of the fragrance. It's for the love of you guys. My fragrance that Green Lantern will wear is Coach Green. Why
Coach
not?
Green, okay.
It goes well with it, right? I mean, does it match? I believe so. Does it have that greenness to it? It does. Kiwi, bergamot, rosemary, geranium, cedar, and that moss. I just see him wearing this and he's glowing in green. The bottle is green. The smell is green. You know what I mean? It's happening. So with Coach Green, the Green Lantern, this just works. It works. It embodies the Green Lantern. That's what came to mind immediately off the spur of the draw. Coach Green. Damn, this is good.
Coach Green smells really good. I wish it performed stronger, but I'll say this. I think that's a fragrance that you more than happy. You should be more than willing to just hit yourself with 15 sprays. Like, just shotgun it, go for gold, and you will be smelling really good. And the base DNA, I feel, is still maintained with the Coach series. I do think Coach for Men is the best, but the other fragrances from that line kind of maintain the balls of Coach for Men and just have different finishes up top and in the heart. So Coach Green is an awesome scent. All right, guys, that is our 4. Bruce Wayne, Aquaman, Wolverine, and Green Lantern. Let us know in the comments section what, play the game along with us. Tell us what fragrances you would have picked. and also your thoughts on what we picked for the selection here. Between us, you have a lot of really cool fragrances that probably you haven't heard of, as well as some that you're familiar with, but hopefully this also informed you of some great fragrances that you should consider having in your collection. It's fun sometimes to feel like fragrances can transport you, whether it's to a place or to a bravado or to a mood. And so thinking through it in terms of superheroes, kind of just, maybe that thought might come into your head while you're rocking a fragrance, like, man, I feel, 12 feet tall with this fragrance, or man, this really evokes the outdoors, or man, this fragrance really is a mood lifter or whatever. And just think through your fragrances in a way where you can get more joy out of them. So with that being said, I'm the Scent Bubble. This is my boy Kix. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. And until next time, I hope y'all stay blessed. Peace.
Peace.